ML Family, thank you for joining me once again here on the ML Family channel. For those of you that's new, my name is Mary. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad to have you. Glad you could join. Please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up by hitting that like button. Subscribe so you can become a permanent part of the ML Family. Also, make sure that you hit the post notifications and turn that on so that you can get all the latest updates to whatever content I post. As well as dropping a comment below, regardless if it's question, comment, or opinion. Drop it below. I'll always respond back like I always do. Make sure that you share and check the description where you'll find my TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, my Facebook, and my Snapchat. So you can come join me over there as well. Also, make sure that you guys continue to... Also, I pulled up an article that seems substantial enough that seems like it's like I always use CNBC, so that's who I'm going with now. And it reads, stimulus deal before election day looks less likely as Pelosi pushes Mnuchin over virus testing. And she called out the White House and the Trump administration on Monday as Washington fails to send more relief to Americans. There's a record spike in coronavirus cases. And you know what? What's new? That's why I get so sick and tired of doing these videos every day, because I'm tired of reporting to the American people the negative crap coming from Washington, coming from the Capitol building, coming from Nancy Pelosi, coming from Stephen Mnuchin, Mark Meadows, and all the rest of the goofy bunch who feels that we're in a V-shaped recovery and we're doing just fine. But what about those people who have been evicted? What about those people who cannot pay their rent and they're getting ready to be evicted when Nancy Pelosi's so-called November 1st rent will be paid? You paying it for us? You're going to take it out of your pocket that we the taxpayers pay for your salary. You're going to take it out of your pocket and pay for our bills? I'll wait. Yeah, I didn't think so. Pelosi targeted White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows saying Sunday that we're not going to control the pandemic. She also said the Trump administration has not accepted House Democrats' proposal for a national testing strategy. So every day it's something new. Testing. Next day it's back to state and local. Next day it's child tax credit. Crap that doesn't need to be worried about. A child tax credit does not need to be worried about right now. I know it's very important, but does not need to be worried about in a coronavirus stimulus package. Let's be honest. It is not tax time. It is not near the month that tax time starts. We're rounding the corner to a November election, which is 7 to 8 days away. And you're worried about child tax credits. For what? I'm just curious. But nobody will give us an answer to it. So it goes on to say the Republicans continued surrender to virus, which they did, as all of these recent waves have come through from Mike Pence's little staff area. This man's over here talking about he's not coming off the campaign trail. He's going to stay on the campaign trail. We don't know if he's tested positive. We don't know if he's tested negative. We don't know if he's tested at all. So we're just sitting here wondering why this man, 5 people from his staff, that he has been in a close proximity to, why is he out? He is not following CDC guidelines when they tell him you need to do a 14-day self-quarantine. You are not doing that. You're out on the campaign trail trying to make sure that your position and President Trump's position is secure. But what about the American people? Are people that dumb that you would vote for somebody that does not care about their own health? That should let you know that they don't care about yours. Herd immunity, anybody? Seems like it to me. It doesn't seem like a myth or a theory anymore, because somebody who may or may not test positive is out here going in crowds of people, which in my opinion is a herd, and you're not immune to it, meaning that you can catch it at any point in time, and if you have it, you're giving it to everybody else. Herd immunity. Ring a bell? Anybody hear about that in the beginning? We must come to an agreement as soon as possible, the speaker wrote. After Pelosi's call with Mnuchin, her spokesman Drew Hamill tweeted that we continue to eagerly await the administration's acceptance of our health language. He added that it is clear that our progress depends on Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell agreeing to bipartisan comprehensive legislation. The speaker remains optimistic, again with that stupid word. Then an agreement can be reached before the election, he continued. Spokesman for the White House and McConnell did not immediately respond to CNBC's request to comment on Pelosi's letter. The sides have failed to approve new aid money for months despite a climbing infection count and signs of a slowing recovery. Now, it says sides. It says sides for a reason. It says sides because it's plural. Both sides, not one. Make your choice, America. Because, to be honest with you, Donald Trump has raised his to 1.9. She's still stuck at 2.2. I say, since these Democrats that Jake Tapper was speaking of, and another one had told them, when you come out and know enough is enough, and you know it's a victory win, you should say yes. Now, Jake Tapper, on the other hand, asked as well, if the Democrats win the White House, are you going to run for a third term? She had no problem without hesitation to say yes to that. But yes to the American people? Oh no, that's buffoonery. Why would she say yes to that? Why would anybody say yes to the American people that's paying their salary? You'll vote for me. I'll keep my seat. I'll keep my check. You'll be waiting after Election Day, thinking that we're going to give you more stimulus. It ain't happening. So optimistic am I? Got faith in God? Yes. Do I pray on it, however? Yes. I pray about the situation. I don't pray on money. I pray on the situation. I pray that the Lord blesses each and every American's household and situation. The money is a bonus. The money is to follow by the Lord answering the prayer when He sees fit. But am I optimistic about Donald Trump, Stephen Mnuchin, Mark Meadows, Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer? No. Why would I be? Nancy Pelosi said yes to a pot bill, but didn't say nothing about a stimulus. But we're in negotiations. Chuck Schumer said yes to a Broadway bill. Nothing on stimulus, except that we needed it when they see fit to say that. I'm sorry, y'all. I couldn't bring in nothing better. Like today, they could have been discussing or making a vote, for that matter, about stimulus. But you know what they chose? Amy Coney Barrett, Supreme Court nomination. And they said that once she gets through, Mitch McConnell has literally got the keys to the door and he's going to lock it and they're leaving for vacation again. So optimistic about a deal before November 3rd election? I am not. But with that being said, I love y'all. God bless you. Stay safe. Hold in there. Wear a mask. Sanitize. Wash your hands. Social distance. Hang in there. That's all we can do. I don't know what else to say, except that if you want your voice heard, subscribe to my channel, turn the notifications on, and I will go live. Drop a comment. Let me know you want to be heard. Drop a comment. I will do a live. I will drop whatever I'm doing. I will go into a live, and I will include all of you in, whoever wants to be in, and I will send it out to every news media outlet like I did before, and I will get our voices heard. So one way or another, somebody's going to hear us. But I love y'all. Give this video a big thumbs up by hitting that like button, subscribe, turn on the post notifications, drop a comment, share, and check the description. And until the next one.
Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin, it doesn't seem like they've made much progress in their talks despite having a 52-minute phone call at 2 p.m. today. On Twitter, her office is saying that they continue to eagerly await the administration's acceptance of our health language, which includes a national strategic plan on testing and tracing, and they are hopeful their response will be positive as we also await the outcomes of talks between committee chairs. Pelosi is also putting the onus here on Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, saying that it's clear that progress will depend on Leader McConnell agreeing to bipartisan and comprehensive legislation to crush the virus. Now, of course, the Senate today has been singularly focused on confirming Amy Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court. The Senate is expected to adjourn once that vote happens later on this evening, so it doesn't seem like Republicans are going to be in town to negotiate any deal that Pelosi and Mnuchin might strike. So even though she does say that she is still optimistic an agreement can be reached before the election, guys, it seems like there's not much hope anywhere else in Washington. Back over to you.
For testing and tracing, and if so, what is the argument there?
Yeah, that is one of the sticking points, and it has been a sticking point for quite some time now. Pelosi has said that the administration has not agreed to their language that would provide testing, greater testing for communities of color in particular. But again, that is only one of the roadblocks. State and local funding, we last heard, had not yet been addressed. Liability protections still had not been addressed. What happens to unemployment benefits still had not been addressed. So the very heart of the legislation that the Democrats are putting forward, which is that testing and tracing piece, they still have not come to an agreement on that. It does not bode well